Hi, if you're following this channel, I would love to help you advisors out there to really be able to be the go-to person for your existing clients, to your audience, that you are the go-to person for investment, right? Many of you might have problems, right? And in all the conversation I had with advisors back then, and even today for my coaching clients, I realized that these common questions keep coming up, and up again and again. And that's why I actually prepare something for you. It's trying to really help you to do this. Okay, so let me share my screen. How to transform yourself from an insurance guy or agent, for most people have a lack of better word, right? Actually, it's insurance consultant. But most clients will probably see us as an insurance agent to an investment consultant. Then a bit of my backstory. When I was advisor, I achieved 800K FYC over 3.5 years. Something I'm very proud to always talk about it is really I have never sold a shoe plan or a PA plan in that sense. And how I really do it is really having the ability to stand out and just want to help you in this journey. Of course, there might be more problems that you are facing now, but I have identified probably these 5 problems. Okay, let's go. Of course, do like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Support my journey of me sharing my insights with you. Okay. So 5 problems you might be facing now. So number 1, not able to stand out as the go-to person for investments. Number 2, no investing framework and systematic approach to investing. 3, no ability to transfer beliefs and build trust. Okay, I will explain in detail later on. Lack of credibility as a consultant, right? Do not know how to allocate future asset allocation, which is also very important for you because you want to make your business more sustainable and more referable for your own business to grow and have stability also. So let's go into the first question, right? Alvan, today I'm not able to stand out as the go-to person for investments, right? Then how do you solve that problem, right? It's not a very difficult problem. It's really where you just stop doing this, right? You just stop selling to everyone, because if you do that, you technically sell to no one, right? But the approach to this question is really, can you stand out and find a way to redesign or even design your business based on the problems that you solve for your clients? And it's not hard, right? It's really not hard. Like for example, right? To do that is really understanding the standout equation. But I'll share a segment of it with you. It's basically the 1-1-1 framework. What is the problem that you are solving for this group of people, which is the who, with a process or the way or a way or the implementation process that you will bring them, right, from A to B. Of course, there are many questions to this standout equation, but this will be the pre-conversation that I will have with you, assuming I'm asking you out, or if you ask yourself this question, right? Like, what is the person, who's the people that you want to help solve the problem, right? Okay, so I'm going to give you an example, right? So assuming now, today you are an advisor that has not started to invest today, and you will probably be the best person, right, to help those who are at step 0 to step 1. Why? Because you are trying to solve your own problems, right, by going from step 0 to step 1. And because of this, you become more competent, more conviction, and tell them about the journey of you getting started, right? So that kind of conversation will help this group of people. Because another group of people will be what? Step 1, $1 to 100,000. Then it is total different conversation. And it have to be dissected into the different journey that the investing clients is having today. Do not just go straight to like, you want to invest for $500,000. Why? Because you may not have that confidence or that conviction, right, to recommend that asset, right? It is a journey for you as an advisor also. Do note. Then the next question is, no investing framework and systematic approach to investing. Because you need to understand, right? Most people, when we are advising some clients, the difference that we need to understand, right, is that there's a difference between knowing investing yourself as an advisor and advising client in investing is a total different ball game, right? Because what they are looking for and what you are telling them may not be a match, right? There might be a mismatch over there. And that's where number one, at least you need to have a framework. You can tell them that, okay, based on these steps, let's assuming you are using my methodology, it's 7 steps, right? I can decide whether to buy, sell, or hold the particular asset that we are recommending to client, right? Because at the end of the day, it's not so much of buying, right? Retirement, right? Clients want to know how to exit their position, right? Because like even for other investment, right, they always say, do not just look at the entry price. You also need to look at the exit strategy. Then again, is if you have both that, then your approach is comprehensive, right? And that means that you are able to provide that transparency in terms of how you will be guiding them and advising them through the asset allocation that they will sort of decide that it is good for them, right? And of course, the different profiles of risk, life stage, and milestones. I mean, there's a structure to it anyway. I'm not going to dive deep into it because it will be a very long conversation to do that. But that's where I want to like kickstart some of the questions that is in your mind, and you can do your own work for yourself. Cool. Problem number 3 is not able to transfer beliefs and build trust. So this conversation is not about you being likable. It is where, you know, when it comes to getting new clients, it's not about a prospecting method. It doesn't mean that you do more cold calling, you do more social media posts, go for more roadshows, run marketing campaigns, etc., which are all prospecting methods, right? But the thing is, I truly believe that you do not have a prospecting method problem, right? What you have is an insight, competency, and demand problems. And what do I mean by that? It's think of it this way, right? If your insights is not something that is desirable by people, right? Why would someone want to have that conversation with you? And it's not about you think that is good for yourself. It's they think that what you say is good for them because they are the one going to receive the good stuff that you are giving them. So the understanding conversation flow will design the right conversation for the right audience, for the right people at the right stage of life they are in regards to the investment journey they are having at this moment, right? Whether is it 0 to 1 or 1 and beyond, right? And 1 and beyond is like 1 to 1 billion, 1 million, right? It's a different journey. It's not straight away. The next step is 1 to 1 million, right? There are 100,000, 200,000, 500,000, etc., right? The more detailed, the more precise your conversation can be, more likely you are able to attract this group of people. So imagine, right? Like let's say you are a potential client. I say that, hey, how will I be investing if I have $250,000 at this moment? Right? Then you realize that who am I attracting? $250,000. I'm not attracting people who are at the 250K, 50K, or anyone that probably just started investing, right? And that's where you will call out this group of people and display to them like the problems that you can solve for this group of people. And why this group of people? Remember the 1-1-1 framework? And this is the implementation, right? With that $250,000, I'm going to get you to where and through what approach, how systematic is the approach, and how likely and how predictable the results can be. And that is very important because you are able to create that blue ocean for yourself, right? You are able to tell yourself like, okay, who you want to work with, why you want to work with them, and where you want to work with. You can have that that control over the audience that you want to attract and work with. That's the demand framework in a sense, right? I'm giving a lot of stuff to you, and it's difficult to really complete this whole conversation, but this is the start of the conversation for you with you. Next, problem number 4 is lack of credibility as a consultant. Okay, whether you are insurance person or an investment person, at the end of the day is always lack of credibility, right? And credibility is not something like it's about likability, right? It is about how do you win over your client, right? Like how do you woo them in that sense, right? Right? How do you, because if I'm not able to really transfer the belief that you are the guy with your process, then there's no trust to be established or even built. And it's hard to maintain that, right? And to be able to know that is really understanding what is credibility in the first place, right? How can you, there are stages of credibility, right? And the first stage is always implied credibility or borrowed credibility, right? Because by doing that first stage, then you can move them to second stage, right? And that is through understanding the thought leader framework. It's like because of the thoughts, the way you think about a matter and a process or an approach to things, naturally people will want to really understand like, hey, what is your thought process, right? When it comes to the problems that they are facing today, can you give them a more a different view of what is happening in their life, or what is happening to the situation that they are facing, right? The more you can give different perspective, then they will know that, hey, you can be someone that I might want to bring you into my inner circle, to be an advisor to them or even to their family members, right? And that's a framework to it because it's understanding the different levels of credibility, right? Yeah, of course, the first level is really implied and borrowed for now. If you have any questions while I'm going through the videos, I might not be able to dive deep individually, but do reach out to me, do comment in the YouTube videos, do reach out to me in my socials, and I can probably dive deeper into it, probably go into a call with you also. Right? If that needs to be, if not, I can share other videos with you. Problem number 5, which is I don't know how to allocate future asset allocation, right? If you have that problem, then obviously, like I shared earlier on, it goes back to the approach that you have when it comes to investing for a client, right? It's very different from investing for yourself, right? Because investing for yourself, you probably have better information, but for clients, then you need that insights or their permission to really understand where they are now. Then you can really dissect and diversify the kind of risks that they have, and the kind of objective that you can create for them. So it's very difficult to give a very general opinion to that because it's very client specific, it's very personalized. We are not like certain gurus out there that they just buy this share, they don't really, they might not look into the financial capacity of that individual so much comparing to us. That's where we are different from them, right? We are financial advisor, right? And when you are not able to do that, you realize that you actually miss out on the biggest FYC generator for your business. Because if you're always looking for new clients, right, you realize that it is always an endless hiring game, right? But the best is not just, the easiest is just asking your clients to buy one more, right? If your clients are not investing today, just buy an investment. If they're invested, whether can they buy another one? If not, can they increase the amount? And the other way is, can they bring a friend along to have that conversation with you? And that is how you nurture them, how you nurture the warmth that brings the lukewarm to you, which means is asking yourself, how referable are you? Right? It's not the way you ask, right? Yes, the way you ask may help you, no doubt, How persistent you are will help you, no doubt. How languaging, how you sound will help you. That's how you ask, right? Will help you. But the thing is, the client need to have this thing that, hey, you are so good that they need to refer you, or they want to refer you, or they must refer you. Do you realize it's demand framework, which I talk about it? Right? It's not a need for them to refer to you. Right? Are they willing? Is another conversation. Would they want to? And why must they refer you? Is another whole lot of conversation. And that's where you need to build up your assets, build up your credibility, build up your credential. Everything have to come up, and it's all about foundations. Once you have the right foundation, all you need is to really iterate over time, and through that, you are able to win probably better clients, bring better clients on board, eventually move yourself from, if you are on mass market, you can move to mass affluent. If you are mass affluent, you can potentially want to move into high net worth. Not the ultra one, because high net worth is a full range of them, and each group of them needs different thing. And because of the different needs or want that they have, you need to really understand this individual group, because it is not so much of you wanting to reach out to them. It's more like when you are having that conversation starter with them, would they want to have this conversation with you? It's not so much about us, it's about they wanting to have that conversation with me. And that is very, very important, because if you stand out to that audience, which is coming back to the 111, to that particular audience, you naturally can stand out. But many advisors out there are having this problem. They can't stand out. And because they can't stand out, they can't just convert from an from an insurance guy to an investment person. So I hope this video helped you. If you believe that it can help many of your friends, the advisors out there, do like, share, subscribe. Okay, turn on the notification bell for future videos. So I hope to see you again. Do comment also. Do let me know in my socials to ask questions. I would love to help you as much as I can. Cool. Bye.